So, I've seen the Bikeriders. Gotta be honest, not a bad film.
Some people would rather crash than slow down.
So, Catch Nation, The Bike Riders to me was such a good film because speaking from the heart, truly, I enjoyed the fact that when it first got sat down the seats and I watched this film as it went on, the first act to me was a little rough because I didn't care too much for Kathy, the character herself, and I felt like she was gonna be very annoying. And I didn't like her accent all period. Like Kathy to be played by Joey Comer, I was like, oh great, this girl's gonna walk in this bar, and she's like at the very beginning of the film and kind of be annoying to these guys who are just all like looking at her, trying to grab a little butt here and there. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate how I can see Johnny trying to look out for her in a way, if that makes sense. The best part about this film is easily whenever it's Johnny and Manny together, because I enjoy the biker aspect of this movie so much. I expect this movie to basically be Peaky Blinders, where these guys know that people are scared of them and they decide to use that to their advantage to basically be the law of justice, if you will. But that's not the case with this film at all, because Johnny, the leader of this gang, has his own morals and rules. Okay, where if you want to get something done in the club, you have to ask permission, if you will, right? And there's a specific scene where a guy speaks up and says, hey, I want to do this and I want to challenge you for that one specific thing. And Johnny's like, okay, duh. And of course, the guy's like, duh, and then say do it, and then the outcome happens the way it does. I also like too how everyone in this film was so unique. I feel like most people, they hear about the bike riders, like, okay, well, clearly the bike riders, every character they like saved, they're all, nothing's unique, they're all different. Now, the one thing I'll tell you is this: if you're walking expecting to be given depth about each character, where they're from, their story and all that, not really. This is told the perspective of Kathy, because everything Kathy says what happened. She's the narrator of the story. This is based upon a book that's basically about a guy who interviewed this gang, and this is the rise and fall of the Vale Chicago's. You see this guy with his buddies at an event where he's like, hey, I have an idea. Why don't we do a thing where essentially we just form a gang where we just drink beer and talk about bikes? Like, you want to do that? Really? Guess what? The idea got 3, 4, 5, 7 members, and soon it became other counties, countries started wanting to form the exact same thing, and it took off. It's like when you have a small idea, think it's kind of dumb or stupid, you may not know how big or small it may go. It's like this YouTube channel, for example, right? This YouTube channel right now is small, but maybe 10 years or so, people will be coming up to me asking me about movies, and people are gonna be like, oh my god, I look forward to your reviews to know what movies to watch and not to watch. If that makes sense. So I would say this: if you're someone who loves bike riding, if you're someone who likes leather jackets, like motorcycle and all that, this is something to watch with the boys. Get your closest friends together and go to the movies and watch it as a whole, because it's a great bro movie. It's a great bros movie and all, like a movie we watch with your bros. Now, there are a couple issues with the film. My number one issue is the fact that there are a couple of scenes where there's conflict involved, but the resolution is not off screen. One example I would give is that in the trailer itself, you see Austin Butler get into a fight where it's in the trailer. It's not a spoiler, where these guys approach Austin Butler about his jacket, about his colors, if you will. Like, hey, take the jacket off. Austin Butler's like, no, I'm not doing that. So they take him outside and they basically kick his butt a little bit. So Johnny, again in the trailer, comes to the bar and wants to know who did and everything. Take care of business, right? And unfortunately, without spoiling it for you, really, the resolution that happens is off screen, which I was like, oh, really? I wanted to see the, everything involved from beginning to end. The only thing you see is the bar, what happens to the bar and stuff, but nothing else. Like the guys that hurt Benny, you basically just have to use your imagination and just guess. But the guy that's interviewing these people, I liked him a lot more than Kathy for some reason, because Kathy B was just exposition scene the whole time. Every time I was with her, she would just tell you A, B, C, like, oh, this bike rider, this would happen, that would happen, which makes sense because she's narrating. But I wish I gave her a little bit more of a personality. Now, I do want to warn y'all, there is a scene that takes place in the second act of the film where essentially there's a party going on and there's a situation with a club member to where someone gets hurt and the boys have to get up and take care of it. And Kathy is alone in this house with a bunch of guys who I'm assuming are brand new to the club and don't really know about her. And unfortunately, because of the outfit she's wearing, they try to, shoot their shot, if you will, in a very aggressive way. But thankfully speaking, she's able to hold them off long enough to where she gets help from her guy friends, the bike members, and it does end in a bad way, thankfully, okay? Now, in the second to third act, we see how Johnny is repeatedly asking Benny for a specific favor. He's like, please, I need this from you. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. And so to me, you can basically tell as the film went on what was going to happen when a certain character shows up in the film. He was not even given a name, by the way. Just goes literally in the IMDb credits. He's listed as the kid. We see this kid kind of see the biker gang riding by him. You can see him getting ideas like, I want to do that. I want to have my own boys with me, you know. And he does try to join the gang. And I won't tell you the outcome or anything, but let's just say it goes from he tries, doesn't work out, and let's just say he gets what he wants, but not really happy about it. That makes sense. He tries again, but needless to say, kind of in a savage way. If you think about it. Now, this movie to me, I did enjoy quite a bit more than I thought I was going to. I would say that if you have a group of friends that loves bike riding, if you are basically someone who's fan of motorcycles, definitely go to movies and see some theaters. If you're someone who's like, I like the actors, but I don't have the money, then definitely save your money for this one, okay? To be honest, I loved all the scenes with the bike riders and Johnny Benny. The scenes with the guy that was shooting the camera and that was warning people. Him and Kathy were fine to me, but I didn't really care for them too much. And overall, I would give this film an 8 out of 10. This is a fine movie. It's a good movie. It deserves more than what's getting right now in theaters. Right now, it's getting $14 million on a $40 or $60 million budget. So, Cash Nation, that's my review of the Bike Riders. Again, go and watch this if you can. If not, stream it from your home. But do me a favor. How about your thoughts on the film? Did you watch it? Did you not watch it? Why or why not? By the way, tell me how y'all feel about Cockroach. You like Cockroach? Like he was the main character. It stuck out to me. Cockroach, Sunny. I love how this film specifically, everyone is so distinct from another. No one is exactly the same, if that makes sense. Some are like more childish and some are more mature and some are just weird. But you know, I dig the vibe overall. But as always, thanks for watching. Peace out, casual, stay friendly. Have a good one, y'all.